Starcon Federation has reached its decision. Roger Wilco, please step forward. Roger Wilco, you have been judged guilty of the following crimes: abandoning your post, deviating from mission parameters, misuse of Starcon property, disintegrating a fellow officer, perpetrating a sequel without authorization, and consorting with a female of higher rank. Do you have anything to say for yourself before we pronounce sentence?
Can't you guys take a joke?
Do you have anything intelligent to say for yourself before we pronounce sentence?
Nope.
Very well. It is the opinion of this tribunal that as punishment for your crimes against the Starcon Federation, you are to be decommissioned. You are hereby stripped of the rank of captain. You are no longer an officer of the Starcon Federation. Your enrollment at Starcon Academy is hereby terminated. However, due to your successful return of the SCS Eureka, your rescue of the Goliath's crew, and the fact that nobody gets rid of stubborn mildew stains and black heel marks as well as you do, we are returning you to your former post with Starcon Fleet. You are hereby ordered to resume your duties immediately as janitor second class on board the SCS Deep Ship 86.
Attention all hands. This is your commander speaking. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for your fine performance during our recent episode, A Stitch in Time Saves Gamma 9. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As a gesture of appreciation, we're putting in for shore leave on Polysorbate 60. Enjoy yourselves, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Kielbasa out.
Meanwhile, in a deserted warehouse just outside the galaxy...
I don't care how you do it, gentlemen, so long as his body is intact. Do you understand?
Yes, we got it. Yes, right, we got it. Yes, yes, right. 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 Yes, right.
Good. Now, I believe you'll find him here, on Polysorbate 60, on shore leave.
Okay, I'm ready. Energize!
As we join our hero, Roger Wilco, he has just been transported to the surface of Polysorbate 60 to enjoy a little shore leave. Apparently, there was a minor glitch in the process. Well, at least you got here with all your important parts, your hands, your mouth, and your stomach.
Oh, great! Real wonderful. Nice beam job, you metallic piece of scrap. Jeez, this is snug. Real snug. You know, it actually makes me feel kind of good. I remember when I used to wear my mom's... well, never mind. No time for nostalgia. I've got a serious extraction problem to work out first.
You're no Bruce Dern, buddy. He wisely ignores you. That's an interesting piece of hardware. Your normally dim power... This guy... It just hums along, oblivious to your presence. Don't you hate that? You pinch yourself to make sure this isn't all a bad dream.
I hope I never get so far gone that I end up talking to myself like this.
You start to say something. Bootlicker appears. He seems totally... You summon the ability to leave it alone. Your reach is about as great as your personal... You summon the... That's... Don't pick it.
I hope I never...
It would appear that merging those two items is not a good idea. That's an interesting piece of hardware. Upon closer... This guy look... You'll read... You start to say something and then you remember that you're supposed to be a man of action, not words. Or is that the other way around? You pinch yourself to make sure this isn't all a bad dream.
I hope I never get so far gone that I end up talking to myself like this.
It would appear... Seldom have you had the good... Your reach is a... You're back in your comfy, reassuring janitorial duds. Your reach is about as great as your personal depth. He seems It just hum. Hey, give the broom. That's an interesting idea. Not a good one, but interesting nonetheless. You're back in your comfy, reassuring janitorial duds. He wisely ignores you. Give the broom a... It feels slightly gritty. Your reach is about as great as your personal depth. Your reach is about as great as your personal depth. Your reach is about as... Your reach... Don't pick at it, you'll... That wouldn't... Your reach... Your reach is about... Your reach... Your... Your reach is a... Your reach... Your reach... That wouldn't prove... You pinch... You summon the ability to leave it alone. It wouldn't be... Your reach... That... Don't... You pinch... Your reach... It feels... Don't... It feels... You pinch yourself. Your reach...
Thank you, my good man. Yikes, I hope everything came out with me.
Deep inside, he chuckles to himself with... You'd think, if indeed you did, that... Sure you've been in... Deep inside, he chuckles to himself with the thought that you think he might actually care what you have to say. Rats! The cinema appears... Rats! The cinema appears to be closed. You were really hoping to see Tango and Cat. It just hums along, oblivious to your presence. A stack of papers lay unattended on the floor. Apparently, Pa doesn't get in a big hurry to put stuff away. The headline reads, Lindbergh baby kidnapped. Were it working this device, it, as noted on its top, would supply ice.
Hi there.
Howdy there, partner. The name's Pa Conshohocker. Yeah, it's my name. I'm the proprietor of this here establishment here. Now, anything I can sell you, why, you just let me know. But if you steal anything, I'll be forced to kind of kill you. Welcome.
That sounds fair.
The shelves of this interesting establishment hold just about every kind of swill a buzz junkie could want. Of course, whether or not you would survive this stuff is another question. This little flesh wad looks familiar. You wonder what he's doing here. Must have been a victim of the telecommunications wars. It probably seemed like a good idea to you at one time. You really don't need those. Pa Conshohocken sits behind the counter by his favorite possession, something he values greater than his own life, the cash register. Pa's been in business for quite a while, as his grizzled look might attest.
So, Pa, what's the stuff behind you?
Oh, that, eh? Why, that there's the good stuff, sonny. I got some real fine stuff back here. Oh, yeah, I do. That's cold Saurian brandy. That's what that is. Best available in these parts here. Now, it's way out of your price range, I'm sure. It goes for 20 buckazoids per. Got the 20 there, Buster? Otherwise, you can swill thruster drippings with the rest of the deadbeats around here. I don't mean that in a bad way, mind you. Got the 20 there, Buster?
It wouldn't be prudent to do that at this. That wouldn't prove fulfilling. It's unmoved by your touch. Your words are... It's one of those new Kodak mobile photo booths. I heard they were beta testing those. It's unmoved by your touch. That's an... It's one of those new Kodak mobile photo booths. I heard they were beta testing those. The flaming barrels remind you of the good old days, kicking back in the sandy outback of Corona, roasting grell burgers over a lit rocket nozzle. Life was so simple then, but then so are you. Apparently, some things don't change. This guy looks friendly now. Try to keep it that way.
Hello, Mr. Bouncer?
He pays very little attention. You're pretty used to it. But someday...
Hello, Mr. Bouncer?
He pays very little attention. You're pretty used to it. But someday... Boy, wouldn't it be cool if that really worked? It probably seemed... It would appear that once again, Vice is a bit more profitable than most business ventures. This place is almost too hip for the planet. But then, that's no mean feat, given what a total heap this place appears to be.
Hey there, guy. Come on now. Hey, you...
Hey, don't put your mouth on that. Your utterance...
What can I do for you there, fella?
What have you got?
Well, aside from the obvious stuff which is glaring in your face from the back wall here, I do make some mixed drinks. I mean, if I do say so myself, I make a pretty mean William Gibson and a pretty good ass-em-off cocktail, you know what I mean, huh? Hey, I got you. Try a fuzzy toe jam. They seem to be pretty popular with your particular species here.
You know what? I think I'll pass.
You start... No one here is interested in conversing with you. Get you... Your words are so unspec... He can't hear... No one... Your words cause... Their conversation... She acts... The subtle and well-designed lighting scheme distorts dimensional perception and creates an atmosphere conducive to the consumption of the very products this establishment peddles. You summon the... You start to say something and then... The pilot of this craft employed a truly creative parking technique. But the street... Sometimes it's hard to tell which looks... Now this place seems to be a little more interesting. The puddle looks... The puddle looks like water, but on this orb you just never... The street's a little bit cleaner here. It does... an arcade. You haven't been in an arcade in at least a sequel or two. Now that's an interesting specimen. Is this place the backwoods of the universe or what?
So this is Stooge Fighter 3. Doesn't look so tough to me.
Say, partner, care to indulge in a friendly game? By the way, the name's Jerkwad. What's your mama call you?
A mistake. But my friends call me Roger. Roger Wilco.
Well, it's darn fine to meet you, Roger. So, What do you say to a friendly little round of Stooge Fighter 3?
Not now, thanks.
This humongous expensive game is an all-time favorite. You have to duplicate famous gourmet dishes while piloting vintage combat aircraft against the Nazi. You get a jump. Leave him alone. He's your word. It ignores you. Your words. You start to say something and then you. This arcade, known to the locals as Dismembers Only, is filled with lowlifes, druggies, and juvenile delinquents from all over the galaxy. And those are just the employees.
Wanna play again?
Gosh, Mr. Jerkwad, that sounds neat.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Big Metal wins. Front-Tinted victory. Rumble. Big Metal wins the match. Front-Tinted victory. He ordered you.
Wow, man. I guess I got real lucky. Or maybe you were holding back on me. Nah, you wouldn't do that, would you? You don't look that bright. I mean, that probably isn't your style. Wanna play again?
Not now, thanks.
Yikes! Can it be? Why, yes, it is. It's Fester Blatz, former owner and proprietor of Fester's World o' Wonders, a cheesy little tourist trap on the desert planetoid of Fleabot. The t-shirt looks, and unfortunately smells, like the same one he wore on Fleabot. He has the expression of someone enjoying a permanent wedgie.
Howdy, stranger. The name's Blatz, Fester Blatz. Welcome to Implants and Stuff. Go ahead, have a look around at some of the most interesting replacement body components this lovely planetoid has to offer.
Oh, a nice fresh sales pitch.
Go ahead and look around, partner.
You wonder if there could be any connection between this kind of waste disposal and a thriving business like Implants and Stuff. Wow, that's kind of deep for you. A very odd fixture occupies a good portion of this corner. Its purpose is irrelevant, as it seems to be the victim of a lack of maintenance and some sort of clinging mineral-like deposit, which have been laid down in several arch-shaped patterns. A sensible person would be afraid to find out what this caps off. That being the case, I'll take the liberty of telling you that it's something you don't want to mess with. It's one of those new Kodak mobile photo booths. I heard they were beta testing those. It's unmoved by your touch. At some time in a life that might have existed, you start to say something, and then you remember that he seems to be ignoring you.
Excuse me. I'd like a room, please.
Really? I mean, really? Well, I think we got one or two for a couple of $100 buckazoids a night. In advance, you understand.
I believe I have a prepaid reservation provided me by StarCon.
I got no reservations from any StarCon. I got no reservations, period. I do a cash business. You want a room, cough out the buckazoids.
So that's, 200. Well, okay.
200? Don't you listen, son? I said 300. That's 300 a night. And I don't include any weird pets. Them's extra.
I could have sworn you said...
You calling me a liar? I don't need no guff from the likes of you. This is the finest lodging on the planet, son. If you don't like the prices, you can just take your sorry, pinkish carcass out of here.
Well, 300? Okay, but give me your finest room then.
The finest room. Yeah, right. You got it, buckaroo. Best in the house. Coming right up. Pay up, and we're in business. I'm busy, son. When you give me 300 buckazoids, then we'll talk.
Nice place, if you're a fan of dives. It wouldn't be... Don't touch...
Hey, where you going, son? That's for paying customers only.
It feels...
Those two look like people my mom warned me about. I think I should avoid them.
Let's not, and say we did. She says... It's one of those new Kodak mobile photo... It's unmoved by your touch. The street seems to reflect the same care and sense of community pride that the rest of the area enjoys. That's delightfully non-helpful. Upon grabbing the ID card, you notice the picture on it is of a rather homely-looking alien type. Guess everyone can't be as fortunate as you. That wouldn't... Don't touch that. It probably seemed like a good idea to you at one time. It would appear that merging those two... Boy, wouldn't it be cool if that really worked? It would appear that merging those two items is not a good idea. That's an interesting idea. Not a good one, but interesting nonetheless.
That's not a very good likeness of you, pal. What'd you do, steal it? Hey, if you was an okay guy, you'd return it to its rightful owner, you know what I mean? And if it is you, pal, I'd consider killing whoever took it. Whew, baby, that is ugly.
Boy, would... It probably seemed like a good idea to you at one time. Boy, it probably... It would have... It would have... Boy, it probably... That's an... As... Boy... Excellent guess, Kreskin.
Go ahead and look around, partner. I'll be glad to answer any questions you might have about my fine line of merchandise. Yes, sirree, have a look.
Excellent guess. It probably... It would... It's startlingly... The streets... It wouldn't...